Hello everybody, Pinchy08 is now back again, my very third and final video of the night. And this is definitely one of my Christmas hauls I just showed y'all. This is my official Lionel battery-powered ready-to-play train set in the big G gauge, all Disney themed. Features working headlight, authentic whistle and bell sound, comes with a 440 engine, a tender, a caboose with all of Disney characters on it, and a nice boxcar painted with all the Disney characters on it. So I think I'm going to set the camera up like this, so that way you could see me easily unbox this thing, because it requires two hands. So I'll probably do it from this angle, because you can see in this picture over here, this is what the train set is supposed to look like once you get it together. So I'm going to pull it out now, and it looks a lot harder than anything else I'm going to be pulling out. Okay. I'm glad I still had the box in the shot. So here's everything now out of the box. And plus I got this manual on exactly how to work it, and apparently Lionel has two different kinds of battery operated trains. They've got the 440 and the 284 Berkshire, and the Berkshire of course would be their G-scale battery operated Polar Express. I'll probably get that another time, so let's see if I can get this camera to even more focus on all the contents that I'll be pulling out. Looks like it can only focus on the bottom, sadly. But I'll start pulling everything out one by one. Now, when you pull these out, you gotta be very careful, because these are made of plastic. And there's lots of pieces of these that can break very easily. So, I'm pulling the engine out now. And here it is. Beautiful steam engine with Mickey at the throttle like that. And this is an on-off switch we got right here. But this is not where the batteries go. Now here comes the tender. And normally in the Lionel 440 battery operated set, this would have been a wood load, but since this is Christmas, we got presents in here. And I believe so, that this is exactly where the batteries go. And moving on down here, we got the boxcar. And, of course, the boxcar has these doors that can easily slide open and close, and got very beautiful pictures of Disney stuff. And here's the caboose. A centered cupola caboose with the cupola tower in the center. This one also has beautiful works of art with Mickey and Pals, and here in the window you've got a picture of a shadowed Mickey, and I think that's Donald over there, and look at that, you got a hidden Mickey right on the tower. You also can see that these are lanterns, so when running this caboose on the train, it's going to run in this direction. Not this direction, this direction. Okay. These are plastic pieces that held everything in place. Okay, so we're going to quickly move towards the back, and looks like for now nothing but cardboard, but wait till you see what happens when I remove the tape. you guessed what it is? That's right, track. Now, in fact, Disney World has had plenty of battery-operated G-scale tracks, but this track is set up a lot more differently. So, I'm just going to pull on it a little bit and let it fall out like that. And also back here, here is my official battery-operated Lionel G remote with the whistle button, bell button, and a musical button. And then back here is where I put the batteries in. And then here's an on-off switch. Alright, and there's everything out of the box. So, in the next part of this video, I'll have it all set up for you and show you how to work it. Okay, so before I get the set up running, I think I was wrong. Normally it was said that the batteries would have gone right here in the tender, but I looked very closely and it appears that there's no spot, or actually no wire connection between the engine and tender itself. It's usually supposed to be like that on other Lionel sets, but since there really is no fuel load in this, accordingly, if you're able to look closely at the back here, there's a special screw that'll access the battery compartment. So think accordingly. The manual says it's to use about 6 C batteries, so let's see if I can get this on for demo. That I'm gonna unscrew the back here. Might have to take this off of film for a moment, so bear with me. You can see that's a lot of track I got. Okay, I'm getting the screw opened. Okay, and here's a locomotive back into view, and looks a lot like in here. This is where a part over here where you put the C batteries in, and looking back here again, looks like there's another few spots where the batteries go. So think that'll do it. So that's showing you where the batteries go. So I'm gonna already have them installed in the controller and the engine, and then very shortly we'll have everything up and running. And throughout the track, I think I'm gonna have everything set up on sections of straight track so I can easily give you a better demo. So that'll be coming up shortly. Okay, now that the track is set up, looks kind of like a really weird track that resembles a very good size oval. Well, now that the track is set up, time for the moment everybody's been waiting for. Time to get the train on the tracks. So here's the engine. Here comes the tender. Now is a good time for me to show you how to connect the two together. Now, if you'll excuse me, one of these is not quite on the track yet. Now, here's how you connect it all. Now, I know these couplers look like knuckle couplers, but they're kind of in a closed position, so there's no way you can hook them up like that. So what you gotta do is lift one bogie of any piece of your train up, and then seat them in place like that. That's how you get them together. Now let me do the rest, and I'll show you the whole thing set up. Okay, well there you have it. The train is now sitting snugly on the track. And I gotta say, this curve over here looks really weird, how it's flipping up. I don't know how it's doing that, but this is exactly what the oval should look like. And I've just tested it out not so long ago. It seems to take a lot more faster of a start than any other battery-operated train. So let me show you how to get it started. So there's an on-off switch right over here on the top of the cab. You can see there's a light reflecting off from the tender. And the reason why it's beeping is because right now it's looking for a signal coming from this wireless remote. So flip it on. And there you go. So with this controller here, let's listen to a few sounds here, like the bell, whistle, announcements. Okay, so we turn it up one notch, and here it goes. Seemed to make that turn pretty well. Looks like you can get other announcements if you keep pressing the announcement button. So yeah, this is a pretty fast set if you ask me. But so far it's doing pretty good. Now let me show you what happens when I stop it. And it comes to a very abrupt stop like that. Now let's test it out in reverse. And here you have it. The Lionel G gauge battery operated Mickey Mouse Express.
All aboard the Mickey Mouse Express.
So there you have it. I will admit this seems to go a lot faster than any other of my battery operated G gauge trains, but I can't complain that this is Lionel and it's still a very good masterpiece. So thank you very much for watching and have yourselves a very Merry Christmas. And until next time from the St. Mary's Railroad, we will see you on the rails.